Easygoing. Easygoing. If somebody is easygoing, they are relaxed and not easily upset or worried. For example, he's a friendly, easygoing type of guy. Horrified. Horrified. If somebody is horrified, they are very shocked. For example, he looked horrified when I told him. Reluctant. Reluctant. It means not willing to do something and therefore slow to do it. For example, many parents feel reluctant to talk openly with their children. Puzzled. Puzzled. It means confused because you don't understand something. For example, he had a puzzled look on his face. Intelligent. Intelligent. If somebody is intelligent, they are able to learn and understand things easily. For example, he's a highly intelligent person who can think outside the box. Pessimistic. Pessimistic. It means thinking that bad things are more likely to happen. For example, the doctors are pessimistic about his chances of recovery. Irritated. Irritated. If somebody is irritated, they are annoyed or angry. For example, I began to get increasingly irritated at her questions. Tearful. Tearful. Tearful means crying or likely to cry. For example, she's always a bit tearful when it's time to go back to school. Excited. Excited. It means feeling very happy and enthusiastic. For example, are you getting excited about your holiday? Delightful. Delightful. If somebody is delightful, they are very pleasant, attractive, and enjoyable. For example, our new neighbors are so delightful. Comfortable. Comfortable. It means relaxed and free from pain. For example, are you comfortable or shall I turn the heat down? Cheerful. Cheerful. It means happy and positive. For example, you are in a cheerful mood this morning. Jealous. Jealous. Jealous means unhappy and angry because you want something that someone else has. For example, his new bike was making his friends jealous. Gorgeous. Gorgeous. If somebody is gorgeous, they are pleasant and very beautiful. For example, you look gorgeous in that dress. Deplorable. Deplorable. If somebody is deplorable, they are very bad and morally wrong. For example, your son's behavior is absolutely deplorable. Miserable. Miserable. Miserable means unhappy. For example, I just woke up feeling miserable. Ecstatic. Ecstatic. It means extremely happy. For example, the new president was greeted by an ecstatic crowd. Nostalgic. Nostalgic. It means feeling happy and also slightly sad when you think about things that happened in the past. For example, talking about our old family holidays has made me feel all nostalgic. Proud. Proud. If somebody is proud, they are satisfied and pleasant because they have done something good. For example, you must be very proud of your son. Temperamental. Temperamental. A temperamental person is someone whose mood often changes very suddenly. For example, be careful how you approach her. She's very temperamental. Disenchanted. Disenchanted. It means no longer believing in the value of something, especially having learned of the problems with it. For example, many voters have become disenchanted with the president. Worried. Worried. Worried means unhappy because you are thinking about problems or unpleasant things that might happen. For example, they don't seem particularly worried about the situation. Nervous. Nervous. If somebody is nervous, they are worried and anxious. For example, I was too nervous to speak. Optimistic. Optimistic. It means believing that good things will happen in the future. For example, she's optimistic about her chances of winning a gold medal. Friendly. Friendly. If somebody is friendly, they behave in a pleasant, kind way towards someone. For example, our neighbors have always been very friendly towards us. Relaxed. Relaxed. It means feeling happy and comfortable because nothing is upsetting you. For example, she seemed relaxed and in control of the situation. Triumphant. Triumphant. If somebody is triumphant, it means that they have achieved a great victory, such as winning a war or competition. For example, she emerged triumphant from the court after all the charges against her were dropped because of a lack of evidence. Homeless. Homeless. If somebody is homeless, they have no place to live in. For example, he's a homeless person. Broken-hearted. Broken-hearted. If somebody is broken-hearted, they are extremely unhappy or sad. For example, she was broken-hearted when her boyfriend left her. Depressed. If somebody is depressed, they are unhappy and hopeless. For example, she became deeply depressed when her husband died. Apathetic. Apathetic. An apathetic person shows no interest or energy and is unwilling to take action, especially over something important. For example, don't be so apathetic. How are you going to get a job if you don't even start looking? Empathetic. Empathetic. An empathetic person has the ability to imagine how someone else feels. For example, she's a kind and empathetic friend. Enlightened. Enlightened. If somebody is enlightened, they are open to new ideas and facts that are based on reason and science. For example, every enlightened person rejects racism in all its forms. Petrified. Petrified. If somebody is petrified, they are extremely frightened. For example, she's petrified of being on her own in the house at night. Scared. Scared. If somebody is scared, they are worried and frightened. For example, I am scared of telling her what really happened. Dauntless. Dauntless. If somebody is dauntless, they are incapable of being intimidated and are fearless. For example, the heroism of the army was matched by the dauntless courage of the civilian population. Fearless. Fearless. If somebody is fearless, they have no fear. For example, he is a fearless fighter. Bold. Bold. If somebody is bold, they are not frightened of danger. For example, she was a bold and fearless climber. Enthusiastic. Enthusiastic. It means showing enthusiasm. For example, you don't seem very enthusiastic about a party. Don't you want to go tonight? Adventurous. Adventurous. Adventurous means exciting and often dangerous. For example, she led an adventurous life. Adventurous. Adventurous. If somebody is adventurous, they are willing to try new or difficult things. For example, I'm trying to be more adventurous with my cooking. Brave. Brave. A brave person shows no fear of dangerous or difficult things. For example, it was a brave decision to quit her job and start her own business. Courageous. Courageous. If somebody is courageous, they have or show courage. For example, it was a courageous decision to resign in protest at the company's pollution record. Knowledgeable. Knowledgeable. If somebody is knowledgeable, they know a lot of things. For example, he's very knowledgeable about German literature. Scholarly. Scholarly. A scholarly person studies a lot and knows a lot about what they study. For example, she's a scholarly young woman. Erudite. Erudite. If somebody is erudite, they have a lot of knowledge, especially from reading and studying. For example, she is a scholarly and erudite person. Affectionate. Affectionate. An affectionate person shows feelings of liking or love. For example, he's an affectionate little boy. Loving. Loving. Loving means showing a lot of love towards somebody. For example, he's a very loving child. Hopeless. Hopeless. If somebody is hopeless, they are completely without skill at a particular activity. For example, I am hopeless at sports. Despondent. Despondent. If somebody is despondent, they are sad or unhappy and without hope. For example, she was becoming increasingly despondent about the way things were going.